Hello, my name is Teresita Blanco, the Artsy sister, and today I'm reading Saturnastra Nalini. This is chapter 10, part 2. Now that I had infiltrated, I had to go about things more slowly. I walked across the dark elf houses towards the center of the lake. My silent shadow followed behind me, and the dark elves were hiding inside the house. However, it was not me or Vico who struck fear into their hearts. And the closer I got to my destination, the more aggressive or frightened whispers it would become. Some said that she has returned. Doesn't she know, as the others? She'll kill us all when she finds out, said the rest. As I got to the edge of the underground lane, I could not help but remember the first time I came. Back then, I was happy, arrogant. Now my heart was filled with dread. And when we arrived at the center of the island, Vico changed to his original form, the form he had taken the first time we met. And like a stretched-head hound, he silently moved with his fangs at the door, with all of his ears on end. And like me, he too was affected by the strange vibration in the air. Again, I heard a familiar voice say, "Open the door before it's too late." And my hand reached for the door, and I gulped as I grabbed the handle. To me, both actions seemed like they were happening in slow motion, and unable to take the suspense, Vicus kicked the door down, startling its occupants. In anger, I snapped at my companion. Talk about killing the mood. Turning around, I saw a sight that filled my heart with both pity and anger, and as the light fell over the face of a dark-eyed woman, I was able to discern the familiar trace beneath the distortion that was taking place. And the elf woman had a queer smile and the eyes of an insane person, and she was holding, beneath the water, a small bundle. Fresh blood rose to the surface from time to time, and she started laughing like a maniac when she recognized my face. Whistling to myself, I ignored the mad woman's demeanor, and I pushed her aside, and she gave a faint moan and crawled to the corner of the room. Vico's form distorted to that of a shiny black jackal demon, and in the darkness you could only have seen the shade moving about. We heard all the way. I was able to retrieve the bundle from beneath the frigid water. I felt that there was something inside, and I removed the top of the sheet and was able to see a tiny face within. It was that of a fragile red-faced elf baby, and in spite of his mother's effort, the child was still alive. I wrapped the baby inside my red rose, and when they covered the baby, they took the convenient form of an egg about the size of a watermelon. And the dark-eyed woman hiding in a corner watched the scene with curiosity, and it seemed that some of her sanity had returned the second I had walked through the door. She stretched her legs on the floor and languidly rested. With a higher voice, she said, "Why now? Why not 7 months ago?" "I was under the impression that you wanted to fly solo," I said with disdain, sitting down before the other Nalini while holding the velvet egg. "This is your fault. Nothing has gone right since you came into my forest," she said with a harsh whisper. "Forgive me for trying to help you," I said cockily. "Hypocritical till the end. Why don't you just admit to your sins for once in your life?" she snapped. "What did I ever do to you?" I asked, smiling. The other Nalini raised her hands to the sky in exasperation. Pushing her hair back, she said, fuming, "You are one special kind of demon. Fine, I will tell all who listen about the depths of your depravity. The second you came to our forest, you started killing us one by one, and leaving their carcasses for your jackals to devour them." I found it hilarious that she said jackals. She glared at Vicus, and I interrupted her exposition by saying, "In my defense, the killers were former elves who lived in the forest, and many of whom your aristocrats cannibalized in order to artificially extend their life." "What are you talking about?" asked the other Nalini, confused. "The children, that kid, your baby," I snapped. "They are not dead. They are with our beloved goddess Laras, and they watch us from the heavens," she said, stating this as a matter of fact. "You can't be that stupid," I said in anger. "They and the others too. They begged for their lives, but they were killed anyway." Nalini gave a deep sigh, and she seemed a bit thoughtful. She took a deep breath, and then she said keenly, "Your victims also begged for their lives." "Yeah, and they were killed anyway. By someone else, mind you," I reminded her. "You will hold us responsible for them, but you will not take responsibility for your own actions," she continued. Rising with the egg, I said, I grow bored of your lectures. You remind me a bit too much of Gremir. It was he and not Nalini who warped you and changed you, and the sad part is that you wanted to change. We can't stay children forever, she said, looking away. I wanted it, and I was happy for those brief years we had together. You know he's still alive, I said. The news seemed to revive her, and she looked up and asked, Really, do you speak the truth? Where is he? He's a symbolic figurehead now that your goddess is dead, and your father now holds the true power in the elven forest, as he had done in his previous life, I said, looking at him. I want to see him, I want to be with him, she begged. Even after everything he did to you. Yes, she said firmly. Why didn't you save me from your father, I asked again. Cause like my mother, I am like my mother, and I'm a special kind of demon, I said, getting out of the room with a shawl that I had taken with me. Closing the door behind her, I said to the maiden, I will send Gremir to help you and help you escape, but in exchange I am taking your past, present, and future. Never again will you be able to call yourself Nalini. You're insane, she cried. Do we have a deal or not? I asked coldly. Fine, do whatever you want with my name. I don't care, she said, slamming the door in my face. That was the last time I ever saw that Nalini, for she started using a different name because I liked her name so much. At the time, I believed that I had finally found some closure, and since the Nalini I knew was no more, I found solace in taking her past and present and future, i.e. her kid. Like she also told the baby that the other crazy shit was drowning. I will fulfill her final wish in spite of all my hatred for Gremir for stealing her from me. I made a motion to the Varicus, and he carried me out of the cave, and we made our way to the high tower of Gremir. Time, bro?
7 minutes.
Varicus landed on top of the star that hung over the last floor of the tower, and once inside, I spoke with Gremir, and he pretended to repent for his sins, and he promised to dedicate himself to his wife. And with the help of the other crystal knights, we helped Gremir escape from the forest and immigrate outside the continent controlled by Bersamin. They went to a land far, far away, where they met strange people, and he saw the brethren in foreign lands. After much struggle, the ill-fated couple lived happily ever after. At least that was what was supposed to happen. When Gremir departed, I heard a sheer laughter in the dark, and they lived happily ever after. Yeah, I gotta agree that was not my best word, but what can I do? I said to the voice inside my head. The show's about to begin, said the voice before departing. In the darkness, I could only have made out the true form. I grabbed a nearby torch and lighted the palace in the center of the lake on fire. And I took care to spare the magical. Oh no, wait! She lighted the tower. And I took care to spare the magical books, the seals, and the plants, and the dresses, and the dolls. I gave those items to my sapphire knights, and I did the same to all of the rooms in the palace. It did not surprise me that the place was deserted, and I said that my enemy was hiding somewhere within the elven forest. And when the palace was set ablaze, I was surprised to see that the elf forest too was burning, and the palace. So there was no way that the blaze could have spread there was no way that the flame could have spread so far so quickly, and I held my head tightly against my chest and began to ponder. The final battle against Oberon did not seem too promising, and I dispatched my knights to evacuate the remaining elves from the city and forest. Along the way, my knights encountered some skirmishes, and fire demons kept emerging from the forest and the shadows to engage them. And I played my flute and divided the efforts, and one team would hold the demons at bay, and the other would assist in the evacuation. I heard of a familiar voice behind me said, "It was foolish of you to underestimate your enemy. Oberon is for a reason one of my favorites. I hate to admit it, creature, but I think I beat him more than I could shoot," I said, turning around and facing the voice that had been stalking me. The voice became more composed, and it became a woman who wore a red scarf over her light brown hair, and her dress was rusty like the ones worn by a shepherdess, with the top being golden and a deep blue skirt, and she was barefoot. Regardless of what form she took, she still had the same expressive brown eyes, and I cannot help you in this battle, but I will take the egg off your hands. Oh, and I said, alright, just take care of it, just take care of what I deal with this battle. Good luck, Nalini, she said before departing. Turning around, I saw
was that Picos?
Oh, so, yeah.
Cool.
Turning around, I saw the blazes growing stronger in the Raven forest, and as the fumes blanketed the morning sky, I asked myself, now I can fight Oberon without holding back. Oberon was seen to be the enemy, and the enemy of the elves, and the enemy of the previous Nalini. And since he was her enemy, I decided for him to become my enemy as well. And I didn't quite agree with his whole burn everything to the ground mentality. So we had no other choice but to fight, or so I fancied. Alright, bye-bye, God bless.